Got some music playing.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're back. That's right, we're back. It's the middle of the day. What's going on? It's the matinee edition of the Quarantine Concert Series. I'm your host, Gibberish Segel, and this is show number. I was going to count them up, but I'll spare you. 42. Show number 42. We've been doing this every single day at 10 p.m. Eastern, and on the weekends we do afternoon showings. I come to you live from my parents' place, and they're upstairs taking a siesta. Actually, though, I have recently learned that my mom secretly watches these broadcasts live, and she's under strict instructions not to because I need all the Wi-Fi signal. Mom, can you get off the Wi-Fi? Hi, Mom. So I'm sure she's watching. And I know she's watching this broadcast especially because she is a children's book author and she loves children's music. And we can talk about that some more. But first, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? And how can you see us? We are hosting this show because all the concerts have been canceled. They're being nixed even into 2021. So we started this concert series in earnest probably over a month ago now. As I said, 42 shows in 31 days. And we wanted to put the spotlight back on the artist because that's where it belongs, on the incredible musicians that give us their mirth and their joy throughout the year. They share with us their incredible talents and skills with us. And it's a tough time for a creative individual. So if you know people who are artists and producers and engineers, anyone in the live entertainment space, please reach out to them, buy their music, subscribe to the music. One estimate shows it's going to be a $9 billion loss for the concert industry. It's huge. So we need to be there for the people who are there for us throughout the year. That's what we're doing. All right, number 2, where can you find us? You can find us everywhere. We're on many different websites, all social media. You can find us on the Facebook, which is obviously where most of you see us. We're also on the Twitter, tweeting this out every single time. We're also on the very delicious and I think delectable as well Instagram cracker. You can see us. It goes well with marshmallows. You can make a whole s'more out of it. Great to see everyone on the Instagram cracker. And those of you seeing it on Instagram can see me. I'm in the middle of a universe right now with the stars twinkling above my head. And the stars, see, I don't need, Wendy and DB don't need the stars above them because they are the stars, but I need the stars behind me to match them. We're also on LinkedIn. A lot of people have lost their jobs. So if you're searching for a job on LinkedIn, this is okay. I'm sorry to interrupt your search, but we all need music in our lives, right? We want to entertain you and bring you some love and energy and good spirits. We're also on the YouTube. Make sure to subscribe everywhere to get notified on the where and the when of all these remarkable performances. All right, so that's that. How do you get on the show? Hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. We have a lot of incredible artists. I've been really heartened by the response. We have a waiting list of now 70 artists trying to get on the show. We appreciate your patience. I can only host these once a day or maybe twice a day on the weekends. There's a lot of effort goes into putting these shows on, and the sound setup and booking and creating the graphics. So thanks for all your patience. I have a lot of friends. I would love to get you all on the show. So thanks for your patience as we move through it. Also, averaging 60,000 views per episode now. So we've been just blown away with the response of so many people, and we want to thank our partners for helping distribute these videos and share their incredible energy that this seems to have elicited. All right, so that's that. That's the public service announcements. Now for the best part of the show, where we get to meet the wonderful artists, and I've known these artists for several years now, and I've been big fans of theirs. From their songwriting to their performance, every aspect of their performance is always first class, top notch. As I mentioned before, I write children's books with my mother, so I always have a soft spot, a resonant place in my heart for people who are music educators, people who create music for the youngest and most important and most special among us. And with that, I want to bring to the Quarantine Concert Series and welcome the incredible, magnificent artists and virtuosos, Wendy and DB. Welcome.
Hey, Kabir, how you doing?
Doing great. Tell me first, where are you?
Come a little closer.
Come on closer. Where are you broadcasting from?
Well, we're in Chicago. The sun is shining, and yesterday it snowed. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's our spring.
Topsy-turvy. Tell me, how has the quarantine affected you? How is the pandemic affecting you?
Okay, well, we've been locked in our house, and I've been having food delivered, and that's been a little traumatic, having to wipe down the food and keep it outside and get rid of containers and all of that. It's quite eerie. Also, the hair, which we were talking about earlier. I don't know if you know, but my hair is getting super long, and I've never cut it myself. DB does not have that problem at all. Not at all. His doesn't seem to grow, and mine won't stop growing. So, well, let's see. I guess that, oh boy, color. I know the ladies will be like, oh, the color, forget about it. When you see me next week, my hair might be purple because I'm going to try my first time ever of doing my own color. Other than that, you know what? We've gone virtual. We're having a great time going virtual. At first it was a little weird because people didn't respond to me at first. And I was like, is anybody out there? And then I found out from another warm-hearted children's musician that I'm supposed to say, hey, if you're out there, let me know. And then somebody might give me some love, hopefully. And that's worked out pretty well for me. And Friday, DB and I did our first concert together apart using StreamYard, which is the venue that you're using. And that worked out really well for us. Yeah.
Good. I want people to get a sense of some of the gigs that you had lined up. What were you going to do that has been canceled? And I know you were going to come to my neck of the woods in New York. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was really sad because our CD release in New York was April 14th, and we were all set. I scrambled to get the CD because I was worried that production was going to close down, and that I was really, I don't know, I had like some freak out moment where I was like, okay, get the CD in my hand. So I got it, but then, and then they, that was good, but then they canceled the April 14th. We had a CD release here at the Space in Evanston, which is a huge venue here, and that also got canceled. That one got canceled by the venue there. Everything got canceled. So that, not to mention everything has been canceled. Gratefully, our April and May wasn't huge. June, July are in jeopardy and are being canceled as we speak, one at a time. So yeah, it's been a very interesting time for us.
Do you have a sense when things are going to get back to normal in terms of gigs? Do you have any indication or?
I was predicting, what I did was since June and July were so busy and our August and September were not filled yet, I was kind of shifting them. I tried to be proactive about it, and that has somewhat worked out for me. The problem is I don't know, just like everybody. And if I have to shift them again, that's a lot of time put in, all the booking time and the time with the contracts. I was just going to cross out the date and, anyway, I'm thinking September, but then things are not going to be the usual thing. When we go back to schools, how can we go? We got to go in there with a mask on. And since you're asking, like DB has a mask.
Yeah.
I have a mask. We have matching masks. He's not wearing the other one because it needs to be made a little bit bigger. But we have matching masks, which we're about to do a PSA with the other mask for kids, because I think getting used to wearing a mask, I've done a lot of thinking about this, Kabir. The masks have always been like the Lone Ranger or the Bandit. Yeah. It's got negative connotations, but right now we really need masks to be friendly. So let's try to get the kids thinking friendly with the masks.
Smart.
How can we do that?
I know DB can't hear me, but he never looked better.
You never looked better. How do you
feel? I feel great. I feel great like this. It's good.
He's feeling good.
Good.
Somebody made him this lovely mask. So
yeah.
we have good friends.
What would you like to begin your performance with today?
We're going to do a song off the album called Gibberish.
Which album?
The upcoming album. Hey, Big World. Hey, Kabir, have you ever tried Gibberish?
I'm about to, I hope.
All right, yeah, right now. Gagaluba?
Gagalube.
Jajaba.
Jajaba.
No, you're echoing me. That's cheating. You got to make it up. Come on. Gagalu.
Baba Juju.
Gigi Baba.
La la boo boo.
Hey, you're pretty good at that.
All right.
This is what Gibberito is about.
All right.
Even a mosquito can make a gibberito.
Making sounds without words, that is how you get a Gibberito. Woo! I was at a campground when I heard a strange sound.
You're kidding.
Something coming from the tree, something that I couldn't see. Gibberito
Goes like this.
Gooba gabba dee da,
Goo-goo-gabba-dee-da,
goop goop dee da.
goo-goo-dee-da.
Gilly bop, gilly bop,
Get it back, get it back.
chee 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 chee. Let's do that again. Gooba gabba dee da,
Goo-goo-gabba-dee-da,
chip chip dee da.
chip-chip-dee-da.
Gilly bop, gilly boo.
Get it back, get it go.
La 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 la.
A word incognito is a gibberito. Sounds you can make anywhere on a phone,
In a chair.
That's gibberito.
Now listen, a word incognito in any location. Language made all your own. That is a home where Gibberitos grow.
It goes like this.
Gooba gabba dee da,
Goo-goo-gabba-dee-da,
geek geek dee da.
dee-dee-dee-da.
Goolly bop, goolly bop,
Goolly-bop, goolly-bop,
chee 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 chee.
chee-chee-chee-chee.
Gooba baba dee da,
Goo-goo-gabba-dee-da,
gilly bop, gilly boo.
gilly-bop, gilly-boo.
Do 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 dee da.
Doo-doo-doo-dee-da.
La 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 la. Mumbo jumbo babble,
Yeah. Jargon, ribble, rabble. Polka jazz, mishmash, jibber, jabber, dibble, babber, gibberito.
Oh well, listen, Coolio and Nito, they love their
Yes,
Gibberito.
they do.
Making sounds without words, that is how it
Talk up says,
That's
gibberito.
goes like this.
Gibberito.
Oh, let me help you with that.
Hey.
Gibberito, Gibberito.
Yeah.
Can we hear some Gibberito? Gibberito. Goolly bop, goolly bee. Cha-ba-ba-ba. Hey, that's really fun. Hey, that's really fun. You should try it sometime. I guess you're wiggling your mask off
I
here.
guess so.
This one's not working so well either. Oh boy, these masks. Okay, I'm coming back. Oh, thank you. I
So
hope-
good. So good. That was wonderful.
Gibberito.
Incredible melody. I mean, now that I think about it, I think I speak gibberish quite often. And I hear a lot of it too in the world.
Inspired by a child, I will say. Inspired by a child. My granddaughter in Hawaii, we one day did so much gibberish for like an hour or two, perhaps. You know, it's the beginning of language for kids.
Totally, totally. I want you to talk a little bit more about your album, your forthcoming album. Let's put it up on the screen. I want
Yeah.
people to get a sense. What's the concept behind it? Why did you want to make this Hey Big World your new album?
Okay, I hope you're going to love this. The thing is that I started thinking about how kids, what are things that kids in all locations around the world can access. The only song that didn't get on there that I was dying to get on there was about a worm. But because, you know, worms are everywhere. But clouds, which is coming, somebody said clouds. Yes, we got clouds. Smiles are good. You know, we have a song about clouds, which we're going to do next, I think. And then, you know, education. We wanted to get the arts into the STEM system to make it STEAM. And so by doing that, we have a song that's English and Spanish. We have a song that's gibberish. We have the language. We have a couple science songs. We have one about gravity. We have the clouds, obviously, weather science. And yeah, just the world, traveling the world. So it's really about things that kids everywhere can relate to, you know, and it'll help them through kind of musication, this education
Right,
part, you
exactly.
know, grow and learn. through our music.
Is done? Is mixed and mastered, ready to go?
It is. Where is it? I brought it here. Oh, what did I do with it? That's the question. I'm hiding it somewhere. Oh dear. It's here. I'll find it before
All right,
the show is over.
I'm sure.
In all
So,
the craziness.
and
Oh,
talk to me
there
about
it
the
is.
cover. Who designed the cover,
Here, I got
graphics
it.
for it?
Okay. Well, that's, isn't it everything I say is an interesting story? Here it is.
Nice.
Okay, because the graphics designer is in Japan. He's in Tokyo. Well, let me get it closer. Let me see. There
Nice.
we go. Yeah, and the photographer is right here in Chicago. We did that in front of a library, actually, in Chicago. I love the designer. He's an illustrator. He's been working with us for a long time. His artwork his colors are great, and he's just fantastic, Jeremiah Kettner, and he's an amazing guy. He's done all of our albums. So, and yes, he is in Japan. He had to help me get my son home from Thailand recently because I was trying to route him, with all of this craziness. He was studying abroad. So
So what's the release date again?
the release date is now May 14th.
May 14, 2020. Everyone check that out. Everyone who's watching, go to wendyandDB.com. Go to Spotify. Also, subscribe to their channel to make sure you get notified as soon as their album drops. You want to be the first to listen, first to check it out. All right. What would you like to perform for us next?
I think we have Clouds coming up next.
All
So DB can't puff out his cheeks. So all y'all there, puff out your cheeks like a cloud and get your hands up in the air and let's do some cloud dancing. And then there's one line that goes doo-doo, and I want you to sing it along with me, okay? And that goes along with the dance. So for a little extra exercise at home, let's all do it together, okay? All right, I got to get rid of these. Hold on one sec. Well, clouds, I like clouds. They reflect the sun, catch colors like a prism. That's right. Oh, clouds, clouds, clouds. Well, clouds, I like clouds. I don't have much stress. I use the clouds as a pillow rest. Ah, clouds, clouds, clouds. Here comes that dance. Well, when I'm feeling blue, all I have to do, look up to the sky and watch the clouds flow by. Hey, do you see that wispy cirrus cloud? That's called a mare's tail by sailors. 1, 2, 3, 4 clouds. Watching clouds. Water flavors drift up high. Catch facts just floating by. Well, clouds, clouds, clouds. Here comes that dance. For when I'm feeling blue, all I have to do, look up to the sky and watch those clouds flow by. Hey, what about those little clouds that look like sheep out there? Those are called cumulus clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4 clouds. I like clouds. I don't have much stress. I use the clouds as a pillow rest. Well, clouds, clouds, clouds. Sing it with me. Oh, clouds, clouds, clouds. That's it, DB. Well, clouds, clouds, oh, clouds. Yeah. Oh, boy. That is something.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun. Thank you, DB. I hear that.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Those are the birds whistling at the clouds.
I love the birds. Oh.
Really
You know
good.
what? The sun is shining here, and you know what? The funny thing about that one is that I was going to play it on guitar, but the ukulele has become my new favorite instrument. So, I might want to do one more song for you on ukulele before we say goodbye. But short.
Yeah, that's of course. What instruments do you play?
Well, I play guitar, but DB's here, and I'm starting to think I'm going to keep with my ukulele a lot more because this one thing that is really positive about quarantine, I'm going to get a little bit closer, is that you're able to pick up something that maybe you didn't. I'm moving this a little bit. Okay, maybe you weren't able to do as much. You have more time. So look in your closets because I found this ukulele book that I have been having so much fun with. And I have had a lot of time with my ukulele, and I'm really enjoying it. It's my new favorite instrument.
Awesome.
There you go.
Tell me about how you both met, because I know you both as a duo, but you've also had independent careers for a while before you started your duo. So where did you guys
Yeah.
meet, and why did you decide to form a duo?
He wants to know where we met and why we decided to form a duo. You want to tell him?
Okay. We met many years ago. We met many years ago.
But we're only 5, so.
Right, that's all. Doing shows for adults. And one day she just called me up on the phone and she said, hey, I'm going to be writing some music here. And I told her I've been doing some music too with kids too. So I said, well, why don't we just write some songs together? Next thing you know, we wrote an album together. And, now we're on number 4. So here we are.
Having too much fun.
Gotcha.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
what was the reason
true.
to and it's been a great collaboration. You guys put out great music. What was the reason to write for kids? What attracted you?
Yeah.
I know some songwriters who are, I guess, nervous. They're like, well, it's a challenge to write for children. So how did you see that as an opportunity?
So, all right, this is a really good question. So, DB, he was working with kindergarten. So, he was working in the school system and in the Chicago area or suburbs school system. And he found that they were giving him kindergarten and first grade. So, he'd take his guitar there and play for them. So, coincidentally, I had been working with young kids since my son was 2.5. So I don't have an early childhood background, but because I've been working with young kids, and truth be told, I had no idea, other than a few friends' kids really liked me when I came to visit because I would be playful, that they would like me and they would like me making music, especially. So I started to just do that, with kids, and then I was like, well, let me pull DB in this because we've always sung well together. We've always had a really good partnership. So I thought this would be really good. And so I said, hey, do you want to do a kids album with me on the first one? That album is really funny. It's not listed on the albums, but I played almost every one of those, and I just don't play the guitar. It was like one of these things that it's like I had to get it out. So I didn't care. And actually I think it came out sounded pretty good. I listened to it and go, wow, I played everything on that. Because it was, my message was so strong that it brought it out. So now I forgot what your original question was, but hopefully I answered it.
Yeah, you did. I was
Okay.
asking about why you wanted to write for kids.
Yeah.
And
I love kids.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
a big kid.
Yeah.
At
Well,
heart.
the
No,
thing
we
is,
both are.
it's yeah.
we both are.
We both are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you put on a show for kids, do you think about? I mean, obviously the entertainment value. How do you balance trying to teach them lessons with trying to be fun?
Okay, so I think that's really interesting because I think that with us, we just have fun. And fun is one of those things that you're not trying to do. It just happens. So I have noticed, like that Gibberish song, we did it. We have done it. Yeah, I know our CD release is coming up, but we started adding some things in. And there was this one little boy that was just doing gibberish with us. So I'm like, yeah, it resonated. I wanted to make sure, but it came from a kid. So why wouldn't he like it? I think it's a balance of fun, but also how can you sneak a lesson like clouds. I really do love clouds. And there is a Cloud Appreciation Society, 41,000 strong, and you better know that they already have that song in their hands. So it's just
And you're going through like the nimbus and the different types of clouds in that song, so you're learning about the terms of them.
things. Yeah, a few.
Exactly.
We couldn't get them all in there, but
Yeah.
in a fun way. The clouds that look like sheep, let's do it in a fun way. We have a lot of kids on this album coming up. We
Good.
also used a producer who works with Laura Doherty. His name is Rich Rankin, and it was a joy working with him. It was a joy for me to take a hat off because I tend to wear every hat.
Yeah.
And I don't need to. And I enjoyed it. I wore half a hat because I was co-producing, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like hat hair? You were talking about your
Uh,
hair. You're gonna have
well,
headphone hair.
Sometimes, yeah, I know. It's like they're gonna grow into my ears pretty soon, I think.
Gotcha.
It's okay.
What would you like to play next?
All right, so we can still go outside. Can you still go outside in New York? Are you able to go for a walk?
Probably it's difficult. I think you can go at your own peril. I'm in Atlanta, thankfully.
Oh yeah, that's
so
right. You're in Atlanta.
I just kind of chill out here.
Luckily,
and host concerts.
I mean, in all of my time, I really been thinking about the people in New York that have the small apartments, because I have complained about my house, but I live in a house. So I'm like, and I have a backyard, and I'm like, you know what? I want to smack myself when I do that. I don't think that's right, and so I feel really sad for those that are in small places, because if I'm feeling like my place is too small, how are they feeling? And so I have a lot of feeling about that. Anyway, we're going to get outside in this next one. Woo! All right, are you ready? It's a dancing song. Let's get out in the sunshine. We go chasing the rainbows, making up this beautiful day. Let's get out in the sunshine. Warm breezes make us feel fine. Nothing's gonna get in our way. Well, all your senses come alive when you open your eyes. There's so much to explore. We go black and white to colors galore. Let's get out in the sunshine, breathe in some of the fresh air. We go walking without a care. Let's get out in the sunshine. We're skipping, singing a song as we're walking along. So step outside, you get a blast when you open the door. 5 senses start to stir, can't say it anymore. Woo! Everybody dance. Wherever you are, you can even wiggle your fingers. Finger dancing. Woo! Here we go to the bridge. Well, step outside, you get a blast. Woo! When you open the door, open your eyes. Black and white to colors galore. Let's get out in the sunshine. Makers making it up live. We're in sync in every way now. Let's get out in the sunshine. We go painting the rainbows, making it up as we play. So step outside, you get a blast when you open your eyes. 5 senses start to stir, not staying anymore. Let's get up and outside. Come on, DB. Let's get up and outside. I'm gonna take a ride.
Hey,
Where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go to the park.
I'm gonna ride my bike.
I'm gonna do
I
that.
wanna take my trike.
Even get a little tricycle, you
I'm
know?
gonna fly a kite with DB. Can you fly a kite?
Scooter. You don't need a motor.
Out in sunshine, feeling so fine. Ooh, here we go. Let's get out in the sunshine. We went out in the sunshine. Woo! Oh, I like that crowd. Woo-hoo. Crowd goes wild. That's it. Thank you.
It's a beautiful place.
I hope everybody at home danced with me. Can you hear the cheering there? Let's get outside.
All right.
I'm all about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that one.
Oh, yeah.
I
Hey, I know. That was good, Bob. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was fun.
I said we haven't had applause like that since Carnegie Hall,
Yeah,
which
well,
we haven't played.
Right.
see, they love you. They love
That
you,
was
and yeah,
fun.
they love you in Atlanta. You got to come down and play the ATL.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing outside, a question here: what is your favorite venue to play outside?
Ooh, favorite venue to play outside.
Woo!
All right, thinking. Oh, well, we were going to play there this year, and it's got canceled too. Botanic Garden here in Chicago.
Nice.
We love that one. I would say Children's Museum of Manhattan, but I'm not. Well, we don't play outside there. So Botanic Garden, they usually have like the Esplanade open.
Right.
I know Mr. G has been there. It's a beautiful open space and nice. The acoustics are, outside is always tough. But
Right.
Yeah.
it
Right.
feels good to have the wind blowing on your
Yes, it
face while you're
does.
performing.
Yeah,
Sure.
this nice big pond behind you.
Yeah, nice big pond and a water. What are those? Yeah, fountain.
Yeah.
Big water fountain.
Other than
Charades.
other than Carnegie Hall, which you mentioned, what is there? Is there a venue that is sort of you like to play that has eluded you so far? That would be like, hey, I would love to play there. What is that
couple.
venue? Yeah. What
a
are
couple
those?
I can mention two right now. Wolf Trap, and is it Connecticut? I don't know where, and I don't even know where it is. Symphony Space, but I want to play there. And Symphony Space
That's
in New York.
That's
In New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Symphony
West
Space. Those
Side.
are two. And then I'd love to play in California too, but we really haven't put a lot of stuff, in that direction. Actually, we did a radio show. We did the Hilltime Family Variety Show about a week or two ago, and so we've had some interest back east, due to we have radio
Yeah.
shows we've done for them. Yeah.
What is the like the playbook in a way for a children's release? Like, is it that you're going to schools, educators, touring the library circuit? How does it work in the children's world? What are the places that you need to review your article? I'm unfamiliar with the children's art ecosystem in a way.
Yeah, and actually that's where I've kept my time really busy, during this time. I was kind of grateful that they said stay at home because that meant that I had to stop and I actually had time to do stuff that I might not otherwise have the time. The playbook is a whole list of reviewers that we have. Some school library journal, that really important, and a whole bunch of them. Saturday Night Cereal Bowl played one of our songs. I've been pouring out the album, even though it hasn't officially released because the release date changed. But we've just been getting it out everywhere. But back to what you asked us, libraries is one of our favorite places to play. I think it's because we can really connect, to the kids in the library. Librarians are angels. I feel really connected to
That's
library.
true.
I probably would have
That's
been a
very true.
librarian in
Yeah.
another life because they just are. I mean, they're like nurses to me. We actually, Kabir, you're gonna love this, but we did a really teeny tiny little fundraising thing for this, and we didn't get a lot of money, but I promised that I was going to deliver instruments, so I bought some of them. I'm delivering two. You don't even know this. I'm delivering two ukuleles, an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, a xylophone, a big xylophone, and a mandolin to a couple of librarians on the south side of Chicago because I thought, how can I get them into these kids' hands? Because school is not coming back probably till September. And now is the time they could use them. So the other thing that Wendy and DB are all about, is not just singing from our hearts and taking it from our hearts, but doing something in the community. So there you
Yeah,
go.
totally, and that's very important to do that. Talk to me about radio also. Are there children radio stations? How do you get radio play for the album as well?
Yeah. There are Radioactive Kids, and then there's the one that he's totally blanking. Totally blanking. We haven't gone on his station. Radioactive Kids. There are particular radio stations that are available to kids, and I hope I have them all. I don't know if anybody's listening and they know of any and they want to send me some. I'm very grateful for that because I may not have them all. I'm just I'm shooting in the dark like everybody else.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just
I hear
getting
you.
it out there.
So it sounds like, in some cases, like the stay-at-home orders, if you will, has let you sort of focus on enhancing the project and getting it out there in a way.
Yeah, it hasn't. And I'm like, that's why, when people say they're bored at home, I go, open your closet. What have you not been doing that you should have been doing? That you want to do. There's a way to find that. Right now is an opportunity.
Hmm.
Right now, the universe is saying, reinvent, reinvent, reinvent. Look at you. I mean, not that you've reinvented, but you started this show. It's an
Yeah.
opportunity. And I think that, if anything, and anybody's listening and they think there's something in the back of their head, just do it. I'm a
That's
just
a great
do it.
philosophy.
I'm a just
That's a
do
great
it.
philosophy. When I see you both perform, I just it's very joyful, and you're bringing joy and happiness in a way to so many people through your music, through your verse. What would you say to some people who are kind of stir crazy or they're a little down and out? What advice do you have them to find the happiness in their lives?
Well, make sure that actually, I heard somebody say this once. She gets out of bed, and every morning when her feet hit the ground, she says, thank you. So it starts with gratitude, and we have a lot of people to thank for us being where we are. So start with that, and then try to find what it is that you're not listening to. Maybe their little voice is going, and then there's a part of you. Listen, there's a part of you that might be saying, oh, I can't do that. I suck at that. I'm really bad at that, because all of us have that. But you have to push past that little voice that says, I can't do that, and do it anyway. So whatever it is, paint a picture, whatever it is, plant a garden, it could be anything, clean out your closet,
Right.
help somebody in some way, because there's sure are a lot of people that need help. So I think, honestly, this is also a great time to find somebody who needs some help, especially if you're bored.
Totally.
Do you have any advice?
Well, everything you said there, everything was true. I know, just for myself, just getting the chance to stay at home and just get a lot of things done at the house I wouldn't have been normally able to do. I mean, just cleaning, just cleaning, just jumping
Right.
together, just like, oh my God, you really see, boy, I really need to work on this.
And
get
it makes
these
you
things
feel
done.
good, right?
Yes, it does make
I
you
know.
feel good.
I know. My house needs to be cleaned right now. It's a total, like, looks like a bomb hit it right now.
It's like that.
But-
Somebody said that, right. The other day, somebody asked me, I said, what have you done? What do you need to do that you have not done? I said, I bought CDs 5 years ago that I have not listened to. And I bought them 5 years ago. Now I get a chance to listen to them.
Yeah.
And get to do other projects, things too. So it's all worthwhile.
Can
It's
you
all
hear him
worthwhile.
okay? Are you able to hear him okay?
Yes, loud and clear. I can hear
Okay.
loud and clear.
Awesome.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said.
Yeah.
And we had some comments on DB's incredible guitar playing and the riffs, the funky riffs. Talk to me, DB. Who are your great musical influences
I'm gonna put these on
growing
DB.
up?
Who are your influences growing up?
Okay. One of my great guitar players?
Who are some of your great influences?
Oh, my great influence? Oh, boy. George Benson, Wes Montgomery, Joshua Breakstone. My true out of all is the great Kenny Burrell. Then when you go in another direction, you're probably looking to other directions. Rick Derringer, Led Zeppelin, all those guys, and really a lot of the studio greats from the record crew, Tommy Tedesco in California, the guys from Motown, the guys from Stax Records in Memphis, the Philadelphia guys from Philadelphia. All those great studio bands that had so many great hits for all of us. All of that, and then of course a lot of the great jazz players, a lot of great jazz and blues players. This is Chicago. I grew up here with the blues. My father owned the blues club when I was a little kid, so I got to see Muddy Waters, Willie Dixon, Howlin' Wolf, all of those guys. It was great. It's great. So
Yeah,
all
I can tell that you're playing. You when you're playing, it's certainly the way you're phrasing and your chord and your inversions and stuff. You're definitely like playing at a very high level.
Yes.
It's great to see. It's great to see, and hear you.
Oh, thank you so much.
What kind of guitar is that?
No, this is a Taylor. This is a Taylor 114 model. It's one they call it the 100 series. So it's like the lower level series. But for what I need to do and for the type of music that I play, this fits perfectly. If I were doing like amphitheaters, that arena shows, Yeah, a 300 would fit better. You know, it's a little more expensive. But for doing what I'm doing with the kids, and the fact that kids may want
They
to
want
touch
to touch
this
it. Yeah.
and all that, this is the perfect guitar for that. And it works so well. And not only that, but I can take this guitar. It also has kind of like a jazz type sound to it. So you can do that. And not
That's a
only can you do
song that
folk
we
music.
haven't.
Keep going.
He's playing. He's playing a song that we haven't released yet.
Ah.
We have it tracked. We have it recorded. We have not released it.
This is an exclusive.
Stop that.
Exclusive. It's a premiere. It's a premiere.
One of our goals is to do a jazz album. So for kids.
Got
So
it.
we
I'm
will.
all about that. I
Yeah.
love that. I love jazz for
Well,
kids.
maybe we can get you in on that one.
That sounds fun. That sounds fun. What would you like to play next?
We're gonna do another song. DB sings this one. Is called "Let's Go Fly a Kite." You know what? I think I'm gonna move this over to where he can be heard a little bit more. Cause I'm on this, but I'm like just doing a little bit of singing. So let's move this over for him. All right. How about that?
Okay.
It's called "Let's Go Fly a Kite," and it's from Mary Poppins. And we've done this live for a long time, but we didn't record it until this album. So here you go.
Trumpets for paper and string. You can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up to the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding
Hold on tight
to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up to the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up to the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's all you Mary Poppins fans out there. Oh, yeah.
Many of those.
Great.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Many of those.
Amazing.
Yes.
Expiala, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm translating for you.
Yes. Well, I would say that your
Sign
music
language.
is the medicine we need.
Thank you. Well, let's listen to that. Our music is the medicine that we need.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
A
is.
spoonful of music makes
Yes,
the
it
medicine
is.
go down. I'm
I
trying to
think
stick with the
so.
Mary.
The Mary Poppins theme. Uh-oh. Where did Kabir go? Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Hi.
I was blinking very hard. I was trying to
That
stick
was a
with
blink.
the Mary Poppins theme as much as possible.
Got
Very
it.
beautiful. I want to talk real quick about your Home Earth album.
Okay.
Let's put that up on the screen. It was a beautiful album.
We had
What
a
was
lot of
the
fun.
what was the intent behind that album.
Yeah, and actually, each album we give proceeds. We should say that to an organization. We got with Jumpstart on this album, Jumpstart and A Better Life for Kids. A Better Life for Kids has been with us for a long time. They're an organization helping kids in Ghana, Africa. But on this album, because it was for environmental, it was to help people kind of have awareness. I mean, you won't believe what, anyway. It came out a little early maybe, but we need to think about this always. There's never a good time to bring out an environment, and never a bad time to bring out an environmental album. We need it all the time right now. So this album was to benefit Jane Goodall and Roots and Shoots, and working with Jane, I hate to say this, but I almost had a chance to meet her. I was so sad. She was going to be, I think, in New York or Chicago, and I was out of town. And they said, "Do you want to come meet Jane?" I was like, "Oh, I can't be there." I was like, "No." Anyway, she's my shiro. I love Jane Goodall. She really is. I'm many people's shiro. Anyway, this was to bring awareness to the environment for kids, and we actually had a Green Kids Club card. We had a whole campaign with this one, which was a lot of fun, and we loved doing it. And I produced that one. Pretty proud of it.
Yes.
It was wonderful, and I like the perspective of the cover, putting the Earth in context of the universe to show how we're part of a larger system, and we're not the center of the universe. We need to take care of the Earth, right?
Thank you for spotting that out. Again, that was Jeremiah. I mean, Jeremiah's art director always of my albums. He directs, I tell him what I'm trying to get at, and he directs, the art on everything. And we actually, with our new album, we have something called the Little Ones Guide, which we're really excited about. It hasn't hit our website yet. Mm-hmm. It's Little Ones Guide to a Big World, and it's going to have some coloring pages so everybody keep an eye on our website. We'll let everybody know about that.
Yeah, and a couple years ago also, you noticed there was adult coloring books have sort of taken off as well. So parents and kids can work together on these coloring books, and that's one thing I like about your songs. I know they're intense for young audiences, but they're as entertaining for adults and parents alike.
I mean, I think that because we came from the adult place, even though we both love and love working with kids, and I have, I feel like I have an early childhood background, that I feel like sometimes I'm reinterpreting it for a live audience, for a live audience of little ones. So it may sound like it's not young enough for them sometimes, but the adults love it, and with the reinterpretation, it is. And kids are a lot smarter than we think they are.
Very true.
We should listen to the children.
Yes,
we need to listen to the children.
Very well said. I think you have 2 songs left, right? 2 songs left.
Well, what was the other song?
I think you have.
What do we have?
There's a Smile.
Oh, I was going to do that on my ukulele. Okay.
So I think we have time if you do them back to back.
I'm going to do this real quick. I'm just going to do a little short version of it, okay? Hold on.
Sounds good.
This is an adult song. Does anybody know who wrote this song? Let's see. While I play it, we want to know who. Well, maybe do you give anything away on your show ever?
We give a signed copy of your next album.
Okay, there you go. Here we go.
I'm volunteering you.
With whoever can guess who composed this, whose song it is. It's not Wendy and DB. Okay. Hold on one second, though, so I need to make sure I'm in tune. Okay. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there's a cloud in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through the fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. If you just smile, keep smiling wherever you are. You just smile.
Wow, that's nice.
It's important.
Is that Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin.
Right.
Did you guess that, or did somebody else guess it?
No, I knew that.
But then you won the signed copy.
I'm going to donate that CD to your school district, your local school
Oh,
district.
cool. Honestly,
And also, we have here Shirley Kaysen wrote it too, up on the screen. Shirley, you won it as well.
oh, good.
Small written by Charlie Chaplin. There it is.
Yay, Shirley. Awesome.
So you have to get in touch with Shirley.
That was an abbreviated version, so we could do this one. Because the next one is off. Which album? It's a Doodah Day?
Which depends on which
You're
song.
going somewhere.
Oh my goodness, Going Somewhere, that's the first album.
No. Really?
Going Somewhere is the first
It's
album.
not even listed. The one, it's off of Pocket Seasons, Rhymes and
I
Reasons?
think it's on Pocket Season Rounds.
Okay, well, this one wasn't even listed on our albums. This is the first one. All right, but we love this song and we still do it. But listen, I thought Going Somewhere would be really appropriate right now because everybody would like to get out. So at home, if they can sing along with me, are you ready for me to do it now? Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Everybody
Going
going somewhere.
somewhere.
Tell me how we
Tell me how we
let us out of this house. Gonna get there.
Gonna
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going on a ride, going somewhere. How will we get there? Get to the other side. We'll take a sailboat,
call on trains.
or will you ride a horse or fly an airplane? Woo! All right, put on your life jacket. Go by the water. Let's take the boat. Life jacket on and watch it float. Put up the sail now, side to side. We got the wind blowing and a high tide. Woo! All right, get your wheel. Well, baby, baby, you can drive my car. I got the radio on. I'm not going too far. Beep, beep, with the car on. It's not moving at all. It's in a field of corn. Woo!
Hey, chill, chill, chill
With the little train. Chugga, lugga, lugga, it's the fast lane. Choo, 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 with the little train. Chugga, lugga, lugga, make the spooky. We need a head start if we lose our feet. Let's start walking, walking, walking to the beat. Stop, stop, there's a little slow. Run, 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 and away we go. Woo! Can I hear a horse?
Hey.
Of course. Neigh, 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 and a little hay. A horse is an animal I ride all day. Trot, trot, here's a little slow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, and away we go. Woo! Okay. All right.
Look here, where we're going somewhere really far, and we really don't want to take the
Not the
car.
car.
To the
Sky, up in the sky.
Hey, wow, look it up, you can see it.
In the sky, it's a blue sky, it's up there somewhere. We're going on a ride, going somewhere. We're going on a ride, going somewhere. We're going on a ride, going somewhere. Let us out of the house so we can get on a plane, for goodness sake. Please. We're going somewhere. We're going on a ride, going somewhere. Yes, you found it.
That's it.
Yeah, but we do it all the time. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Going Somewhere from Pocket Season, Rhymes and Reasons. Song is written and performed by Wendy and DB.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
hey.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's true. One of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs.
It is one of our favorites.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This from the 3-year album.
It was a perfect call for today.
Yes,
I have
it
to
was.
say.
Yes, it was.
Oh, hi.
Thank you
Right.
Thank you.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us on the Quarantine Concert Series. What a wonderful way to celebrate a Saturday. The only thing I would enjoy more is seeing you in person. So
Next
thank
time.
you, Wendy and DB, for joining us from Chicago. You're always welcome here. And thanks for doing what you do for kids
you.
and people all around the world. We need your music more than ever.
Thank you, Kabir. You are fantastic
Yep,
to do
ma'am.
this, and you have had some amazing talent on. Some of them are our friends. Some of them are still our friends, but they're not our friends yet. But we hope that they friend us and they become our friends, because what do we have to
Yes.
do but collect some more friends right now, right? Yeah. So
You got it. You got it. Amen.
thanks again. And
Awesome. Thank
everybody
you both
should
for
stay
joining us.
safe. You know, we love you.
Yeah, totally.
Thanks.
Also, I want to give a special shout out to the sound and tech crew. They are incredible. Let's put their website up on the screen. They're available for business. Soundworksrecording.com. That's Sandra and Camilo.
Yay, Sandra and Camilo.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome.
Camilo. So, they don't have wolves. They actually have two dogs, Oreo and Maui. And if you mention their dogs, they will give you. They will. If you mention Oreo or Maui, they will say aloha to giving you a discount. So check them out. They're amazing. They're very kind and polite and professional and hygienic
Great.
all across the board. So check them out. And with that, we'll be back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. The great Mindy Bear, saxophonist, vocalist
Mindy
extraordinaire, will be
Tonight.
joining us. And then
10.
tomorrow, we have a double header as well, 3 p.m. Bruno Sangar, who's a great singer. And we have just music across the board. So see you later. Have a great afternoon, great evening. Stay safe and stay home. Good night. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day.